The exhibition actually covers just 14 years of his life, really from 1906 to 1920 when he dies, and he didn't make a huge amount of work in those years, but considering that how young he was and how he was learning and how he was developing, he actually produced some of the great works of the 20th century that we still have today to see. He doesn't really belong to any set period or any set group. He kind of flirts a bit with Cubism. He knows what's going on in Paris, but he never belongs to a specific group, and therefore he's always been seen slightly on his own. But I think that his contribution to portraiture and also to the way of painting nude women at the time was quite revolutionary and modern, and therefore it still has a resonance for us today in the way that we portray the human figure. He had a very colourful life. He was known for being a drug addict, for drinking, for womanizing. But what we've tried to do here is really look at his works and see how he developed over the course of this short period, 14 years, see what kind of works influenced him of other artists, and really look at him with new eyes and afresh. And I hope that a young audience will come to him and they perhaps discover something that they didn't know before.
Okay, so this is the project that Tate's commissioned to bring virtual reality into the Modigliani exhibition. It's an incredibly bold move. It's putting technology into a place that technology doesn't usually exist. And one of the challenges, of course, of that is you're putting technology into a space that maybe the audience isn't expecting it. So the experience really takes you back to one of Modigliani's last studios in Paris. The whole exhibition is about Paris, so this recreation of the studio is about trying to kind of give you context to kind of where some of his most famous paintings were painted, and really through that kind of context create a sense of like empathy and help you understand more about the artist and the historical and social context to some of the work that he created there. This kind of installation is more about sort of almost like a democratization of kind of like understanding of art. So it allows people to come in and experience it in a really kind of personal, kind of visceral, kind of emotive way, in a different way that you'd interpret paintings traditionally as you'd walk around the gallery itself.